welcome back to the channel. So today I finally received the new Outriggers from Kayak Stabilizer. So they're in the raven colour, it's the same colour as the yak, and quite excited to get it assembled and see what it looks like on the kayak. And I'll show you the assembly and we'll go from there. Alright, so obviously this is the big box it comes in. Makes the fish. Let's see what's in there. These are really good size floats, Outriggers. Easy. Alright, so let's take her out. Right, so Kayak Stabilizer over the last few years have done a couple of, I think 3 different versions, if I'm correct, and this is their latest version. So this one here has a rail built into it so that you can put maybe a GoPro or other accessories on here, a rod holder if you would. This is where it mounts to the rod, and then obviously you've also got storage inside, which is pretty good. You can take this out if you want to use extra storage, or just use it for that basic storage. And they've also got an attachment for there, and also drainage plug if you want to drain it out. So yeah, I think they're going to look pretty sweet on the yak. Good colour, kind of blends in perfectly with the yak. We'll see how she goes. Okay, so now we're ready to go through the installation kit that you get in your stabilizer box. And also I'll go through the tools that you're going to need to perform the task. Then we're going to go through your step-by-step process to complete the task. So stick with me and let's get going. So in your installation kit, you're going to get 6 of these, 4 spacers, 4 of these stainless steel screws, 2 stainless steel brackets. You also get 2 of these just black rope to tie down. I think it's one of these, just so it doesn't go missing, but I don't think I'll be using that. So you get that, and then you will need a Sharpie to mark out where you're going to be drilling. Obviously a drill bits, obviously start with your smaller drill bit and then we'll work our way up. And then tape measure just to make sure that we drill in the right area. Okay, so let's go through the process of measuring it up. And so you notice that I've actually taken the kayak off the stand and put it flat on the floor. So you'll need to do that so that when you're marking out exactly where to drill, you want both stabilizers on each side to be flush with the bottom of the kayak. The only way you can do that is when it's laying flat on the surface of the ground. So by doing that, you're going to get the perfect angle for your stabilizers to be based, so that when it's cutting through the water, it won't be too deep and it won't be too high, it'll just be perfect for your kayak. So this is the way we measure that out. You get, obviously, this cross Z bar. You'll have pre-drilled spots here to put your stabilizers on. Obviously, that's not the spot that you're going to be connecting it to. This main bar, which has, you might see that teeth embedded into it, so that it can be put specifically in a certain location to attach. So the way you do it is put them both down. You marry up the teeth. And then slide it in. Do the same for the other side. Make sure to push it all the way in, because we want it to make sure that once it's pushed all the way in, one, it's going to be stronger, and two, when we mark out the holes that we're drilling in, we want to make sure that the point where it's going to go is going to be perfectly lined up to these Z bars. Once you've done that part, you grab it, put it on like so. Then you'll grab these. You'll grab these ones and put together. Go slowly, because you don't want to cross thread it at all, and make sure both sides are lined up perfectly. Just definitely screw it all the way down, because you want to make sure that everything is level and flush as it should be once it's in the water. Then from there, what you want to do is you need to level up by putting your main rod across and grab both of these stainless steel brackets. I'm going to bring you closer to the yak so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. Excellent. Rightio. So you've got both these stabilizer brackets. One side is a little bit more sanded and shinier than the other, so that's going to be that side up. I'll just put that down on both sides. Then you'll have these little black spaces I spoke about earlier. Those spaces go underneath the bracket just because the pole has a little bit of height and it's just there to counteract it. So put both of those down like so. Then you put the bracket over the top. Now when you're putting it together, try and put it, because the bracket has an option, an area where you can move left and right. Try and put it in the middle so that you've got that perfect alignment. Oops, that's not there. Sorry, that's these ones that we've got to put in. Don't tighten it right up until you get both sides in. Okay, once they look like they're exactly where they're meant to be, make it a bit tight. That's it. And then do the same for the other side. Once you've done that, you grab your tape measure, excuse me, and then you measure both sides to make it even and equal. So I'll try this first and see. All right, that's exactly 5 inches on that side. Let's see what we're doing over here. This one's exactly 4, so we're going to move over an inch. Try that. That's exactly 4. Let's try this. It's 5.5. Come over a bit more. That's exactly 4.5. That's exactly 4.5. All right, so on my calculations for the Nextgen 11.5, every kayak is different, of course, but for the Nextgen 11.5, the distance that you're probably going to need is 4.5 inches, and that is to make sure that both sides are exactly the same, length. Look, if you're off a couple of mil, or even a centimetre, it's not going to make much difference, but because I'm a bit OCD, I like to make it perfect. All right, so once you've got that lined up perfectly, you're going to see that these guys are exactly placed where they're going to be sitting in the water next to your yak. So the only thing we need to do now is get our Sharpie and mark out exactly where we're going to be drilling, because these ones here are going to fasten it to the kayak, because the kayak already has pre-riveted fastening points, and so this will hold everything perfect in place. So let's get that Sharpie and mark it out. Perfect. Great. Once you've marked that out, then you go to disassembling. and drilling that space. So yeah, that'll be fine. I'm just thinking about it in my mind as to how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to take off this bracket on both sides. So. Excellent. Right, so then from there, we're going to move this assembly over a little bit so that we can drill and not drill into the kayak, of course. That's that side. Get the drill. Now, as I mentioned, guys, this is, it's got to be pre-drilled with a smaller size drill, just to get it perfect. Drill bit, I should say. All right. Take your time with this, because there's no turning back. Right, it's our first one. Perfect. So, what we want to do is make sure that the drill bit is slightly smaller than the thread, so that when we go to screw it in, it all holds snugly. So I've just used that one, let's see. That one is going to be, oh, that might be perfect. Let's see if this one's too small. I'll do this one first, just in case. Let's have a look. So look at the sizes on here. So we've got a 3mm, which is what we started with. Now I'm going to try a 4mm, just to make sure that I get it right. It might end up being the 5mm that is the correct one, but let's make sure that we do it correctly and see how we go. Yeah, there's no way that's going to go in there, so it's definitely going to be the 5mm. Oopsie. Perfect. All right, so that's done. Let's see where we are. Yeah, that's getting, it's opening, but at the same time, it's going to make it a little bit larger by that should be right. great. All right, so we'll move to the other side and repeat the process. Okay. Starting with the small one. Battery's almost done. I wonder if we're going to make it. Let's see. Let's see if we can get that final bit. Oh! Bear with me, I'll have to come back. I've managed to snap my drill bit, and so now I'm replacing it. But after having a look further at the size of the 5mm that we upgraded to, as it turns, it looks like we need to be on the 6mm anyways. So the 6mm will be perfect for what we're using. The 5mm just happened to be that little bit too small, so I couldn't really use it correctly. So that's okay. We'll use the 6mm. This one. Same on both sides. Alright, so once that's been drilled, you'll see that it should all line up now when we go to put the brackets and all the screws in. So we'll move that over. On the Nextgen 11.5, you're going to see that it's already got its points where you can actually screw this into. So let's line everything up. Screws perfectly in now, straight into the hole of the kayak. Just do that. That's that one. And the same on the other side, just repeat the process. Perfect. Perfect. Rightio guys, so that's pretty much your installation. So now that these guys are all fastened, this can't move, it's fastened perfectly. Obviously you give it a good tightening before you go out, and when you're finished you obviously just unscrew these three different bolts and take off the stainless steel bracket, and then lift up, remove and disassemble to store away and put back in your vehicle. So I'm hoping this installation was helpful. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to leave me a comment in the comment section. And as always, if you haven't, please like and subscribe.